guys, welcome back to my channel, Third Coast Aquariums. And today's conversational topic, well, it's going to be a follow-up on this 40-gallon axolotl tank. Alright, just kind of showing you what I have inside that tank. It's actually inside my son's room. It's his 40-gallon aquarium. He had an axolotl that was in a 10-gallon aquarium, and it was starting to get kind of to that point where, you know, we needed to upgrade his home. So we were able to acquire a 40-gallon aquarium from a really good friend of ours that donated it to the cause. And I pretty much had everything besides some of the filtration to get this thing kicked off. So let me show you the filtration real quick, and then yeah, we'll get to the inhabitants. So we're rocking two 350 penguins, and that's already quite a bit of filtration for this 40-gallon. And then I'm rocking an old school Tetra hob that's probably good for about a 20 or 30-gallon aquarium. And then I'm running a power head in here with biofoam wrapped around it. Here's another power head that's inserted into a cup with biofoam, and I have it just nozzling up and then cascading back into the tank, you know, to get a little oxygen happening up there. I'm running a this is probably 5-10 gallon sponge filter. It's really just in here for the bio, and shrimp love picking the nutrients off of it that grows, and it makes a good bubbler. And then over here is another sponge filter that also emits pretty good bubbles. You know, this one's probably good for 20-gallon aquarium. So, you know, just a quick recap on filtration is, rule of thumb is you can never really over filter your aquarium. And in this case, we are definitely, I guess you would say, over filtering, but not over filtering. So it's good because of the bio load that's taking place inside the aquarium. So between the two Penguin 350s, which are Marine Land products, the two sponge filters and the two power heads, and that little Tetra hob unit that I've had for a couple years, it came with a 20-gallon aquarium package. I think we're pretty right on. And then can't forget about the plants. You know, the plants are scrubbing some of the contaminants out of the water, using it as a food source because I'm not running any fertilizers. So I do have ghost shrimp in the tank, and along with some, I think they're called long skirt striped tetras, and some giant danios, about 30 feeder guppies, and 4 neon tetras, 2 ghost glass catfish, and a plecostomus. And it's a plecostomus that's not supposed to get any bigger than 8 inches, I believe. So I was trying to keep the parameter of the plecostomus in the same spectrum size as the as these axolotls are supposed to get. And then I have 2 axolotls. Started off with 1, and we wanted to try to find a female and put a female in there, which I think we ended up getting 2 males. How you sex them is right behind the legs where the tail connects. If there's a pretty predominant bump that's right there, it's considered to be a male. So if I have that wrong, guys, and y'all know anything about axolotls, hit it up in the comment section. You know, y'all could see that I'm not running a substrate, and that's because it's It's real hard to have a substrate with axolotls because when axolotls make their hit during feeding time, they open up their mouths so fast that they depend on the rushing water coming in to bring the food in. And when they do that, it's hard to control it. So if there's any kind of substrate down here, they'll also rush in. And for people who love running like a gravelly base, pea gravel, like a large sand, some kind of silica or some kind of large proppant, it can be bad for these guys. It can block them up and eventually it'll kill them. So I just opted out. I know you get a good form of bio, you know, having a substrate, but you know, this sponge filter is 2 years old. That hob is 2 years old with the biofoam, and you can see that, you know, I've hot rodded it out. Look at that. So, you know, we have a pretty good source of biological, you know, as far as building colonies go. And I've had this for a year and a half. And the biofoam that I've used in hot rodding these marine lands up, which I will pull one apart here and show you, is old biofoam. I kept the wheels because they kind of look cool, but you see how I did that? And the wheels do help. You know, I can't say that they probably do a great job, but I mean, they are spooling water and they are building, you know, bacteria on them. So, yeah. But I had pretty good filtration starting off in this tank because I put this tank together and I pretty much immediately stocked it. And, you know, without getting all scientific, the tank was able to bounce back from it pretty quick because of my filtration, and how my filtration was already set up. You know, because it's not the water column, you know, that has to make the huge part of the cycle. It's, you know, getting the beneficial bacteria in your filters. So guys, I know there's really not that many videos, if any, out there really that I've come across with substance as far as a axolotl community tank. There's a lot of opinions. I've just heard the word, you know, you can't, or you shouldn't, or you never. I really hate those words. I think, you know, when they were put in the wild, you know, it's Mother Nature, you know, didn't say, well, no fish for the axolotls in its natural habitat. So I wanted to try to find fish to pair up. Anyway, so that's why I went with what I had. So you don't want any fish that are going to stay on the bottom unless they're going to be some kind of feeder fish and you don't mind them getting eaten, like the ghost shrimp. But you're going to predominantly want fish that are going to stay in the middle of the water column to the upper side of the water column, if not all the way up at the top. As far as like your green machines, things are going to be eating algae. I would stick with Plecostomus, you know, plecos that aren't going to get all that big. There are some out there like bristlenose and rubber lips. Just make sure that whatever your axolotl's full grown length and size is going to be. It seems like there's variables on how big they really get, so I'm banking on mine probably getting no bigger than between 9 and 12 inches. So whatever you have that's going to be able to grow with that, you want to make sure it gets to about that big, and then really no bigger. You watch your plecos, because eventually the Plecostomus will end up polluting the environment more than what it's really helping the environment. And you have an axolotl that's already polluting the environment because they're like swimming time bombs every time they defecate. I would stay away from loaches, any kind of loach, reticulus, hill stream, coleys. Just stay away from loaches. My personal opinion is And yeah, they're not going to be good because they're going to be down at the bottom. Cory cats, autocyclists, stay away from all of them. You want to get something that's going to stay on the glass and it's going to retain some kind of skittishness. All right, guys, that's about it. So you've seen it can be done. This tank has been running now for about a month. Haven't had any fish come up missing besides some feeder guppies and some ghost shrimp. Yeah, and that's to be expected. You know, your feeder guppies like to stay at the very bottom. They like to school together, especially when they sleep. So that's easy pickings for an axolotl to come and munch on them. So if you enjoyed the video, please like it. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and turn on that notification icon. And to my subscribers that are watching this, I thank y'all guys very much for being loyal subscribers and watching my videos. And if you don't mind, please don't forget to hit that like. It's the views and the likes that mean the most in this YouTube industry. Hey, until next time, my friends, stay fished up.
I know he came here to see.